Dear President Trump, waking up is a slow process. From a young age, I often heard my father use curse words. So much so, and so often, as to make me question his seemingly instant overpowering anger. Now, today, I have reached a much older age, and I have a much better understanding of his worldly view. He was wide awake. Just the other day, I stated in a post on Facebook that I like power tools, and suddenly my Facebook page is filled with power tool ads. Can they do this without a FISA warrant? Further, I closed my Netflix account and stated the reason as being their deal with Obama. They, Netflix, though a statement inside my Netflix account online, gave me 30 days to change my mind, and on the 31st day, my personal computer crashed with a powerful system-wide virus. Stop here and think about that for a minute or two. Waking up is a slow process, and another cup of coffee is always welcome. Even further, a foreign citizen working inside the Social Security office at the U.S. Embassy in Manila, with the authority to make a decision for or against me, an American by birth and combat wounded veteran, sent me by email attachment a Social Security form to fill out and return. Inside the email is a note from the sender, name withheld to protect the innocent, in obvious English written by a person who grew up in a non-English speaking country, that she will not release my Social Security monthly direct deposit until she receives the form back from me with a copy of my U.S. passport. Why and what does the Social Security Administration have to do with passports? Inside that email, while reading the structure imprinted as rules to follow line by line, the word damn fills my mind and forces its way out through my lips in a spray of hot air and saliva. It is an eye-opener while reading this form that anyone in the world can get the United States Social Security number and pay into the Social Security system of the United States of America for a very short few years depending on their age and receive Social Security disability, Social Security insurance and/or Social Security retirement at or during retirement age. Enter sick and perverse curse words here which would make a primitive Baptist preacher fall to his knees while verbalizing the Lord's Prayer repeatedly and in a loud and commanding voice. How can we the people, citizens, say this government of the people, for the people, by the people, has not perished from the earth? For as long as a foreign citizen is given a job inside the U.S. government, in this case, the Social Security Administration, with authority to make decisions for or against a U.S. citizen. It is not a government of the people, citizens, for the people, by the people, and it has perished from the earth. Surely all of the above are part of the one world government. The one world government I was warned about my entire life. Who knew? Waking up is a slow process, and I have a fresh cup of coffee here in front of me on my desk. The things we take for granted are not as they seem at all. The way we have been taught to think something through has ingrained itself into our subconscious mind, and we naturally take the easy road of parroting all things we have heard on the news channel. This automatic parroting, my dear friend, is a result of being brainwashed. Wake up and smell the coffee. Does a person hate Trump or does a person love Trump? It all depends on which news network that person watches the most. To hell with the issues, or even if you, sir, are doing a good or bad job of it. A person waking up will guess correctly 99% of the time which news network any given person will have watched the most simply by his or her love or hate of Trump. Who said, we need to embrace change? Was that King Obama that said it? Change can be so revolting, that some concepts make me feel the vomit rising into my throat. And it's nauseating as all hell to know that as I use Windows 10, every keystroke is automatically sent into the Microsoft Cloud, automatic data collection. Oh sure, while installing Windows 10 it gives you a choice, but then states collecting the data is done automatically anyway. If anyone chooses no when asked if they agree to the automatic data collection while setting up their Windows 10, they are automatically put into a separate category inside the data collecting Microsoft Cloud, and their keystroke is automatically collected anyway. It's merely another group in their intel gathering discipline methods. Since waking up is such a slow process, how much deeper does this rabbit hole go? For example, if a person does not seek the truth, by investigating all views on a subject, he or she will merely parrot what they have heard on any given subject. Alas, brainwashing is in progress. Now I find myself thinking about another cup of coffee. Who knew? This rabbit hole has no exit? Conclusion: just the other day, I posted on my Facebook page that I noticed all the power tool ads after my post about liking power tools. Almost instantly, the power tool ads disappeared. During 2019, I typed out a message to you, President Trump, on my computer so that I could edit it and then copy and paste it into the White House contact form on the White House website. I did, but when I tried to save it to my documents file, my PC refused to keep it. Boom. A strange thing has been happening since I started this slow process of waking up. My desktop computer is always connected to the internet so that I can click on an icon and be online instantly. But now, after complaining, publicly, on Facebook, my computer is stalled when I click on an internet link as if it is sending my keystrokes into the cloud before it opens the connection, continuously and without fail. This obnoxious pause, while following a link that opens a new window, has never been the case before. An interesting quote by a brilliant man follows: learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. A quote by Albert Einstein. Holy smokes, Batman, have you taken a closer look at Microsoft's OneDrive? It is scandalous. This rabbit hole is so broad that we may never fully wake up no matter how much coffee we drink daily. It's horrendous. Every modern electronic device is a tracking device: cell phones, iPads, desktop computers, laptop computers, ATMs, and the list goes on and on. A cell phone can be easily tracked by pinging the cell phone number, and so can any PC, by IP address, stationary desktop, or mobile laptop. Electronic intelligence gathering: fight back when you can, but how? Okay, since Facebook censors members' messages and posts, use it against them. Facebook makes more than enough money from ads alone that it, Facebook, could easily give kickbacks to each member. Example: a Facebook member posts that they like vacationing in the Caribbean islands. Then the comment about vacations in the Caribbean islands receives 3,000 likes from friends, family, and followers. Through the use of synonyms and acronyms used by the Facebook automatic electronic intelligence gathering coding of their apps and systems, the person who posted about vacationing and each member's account who clicked on like for the vacation comment now are flooded with vacationing ads for the next week. Because of those ads, Facebook has received an estimated $300,000 in ads revenue. And because of the ads revenue, Facebook in turn posts higher quarterly earnings, and its stock value goes up. I say, give 1% to the members as a kickback. Soon, very soon, Facebook members will be clicking on more ads than ever. I know I would. Boom. Facebook members are happy, the companies placing the ads are delighted, and Facebook has become even more productive. While you are investigating me, also look up my VA outpatient clinic appointments and interviews. Take notice that I was advised to avoid anything or anyone that caused me stress. Take notice that I walked away from an appointment at the Tampa VA hospital for my heart in January 2007. Further, take note of my last VA clinic visit at Fort Myers, Florida VA outpatient clinic, where I was advised, when you see these things happening around you, illegal things, not to talk to family or friends, only tell the police. The problem with that is 50% of the police I have given information to concerning illegal activity have been corrupted themselves and try to find a way to frame me, even as much as 70% here in the Philippines. 100% at the U.S. Embassy Manila. This, my friend, holds me back, as it causes even more unnecessary stress. Next, take a very close look at the large number of photos made of me in Panama and the Philippines, especially the Philippines by the private detectives hired by the embassy's personnel. Also, one of the cameras used to photograph my son and me at the SM Mall in Baguio, Philippines, and this very camera was reported to the local police as being stolen from my son's apartment. While you are at it, subpoena all emails to Senator McCain's office from me since I arrived in the Philippines in February 2007. Take notice also of the many times and messages I sent through the website contact form to Senator McCain. Impossible that they did not get forwarded to the Clinton server. Also, lay them next to the dates of Ambassador Kenny and Ambassador Thomas being replaced. Take notice further, that all electronic mail to and from any email address in the USA is captured and recorded by the NSA. Impossible that they do not have a copy of every email sent to or from the Clinton server, including to and from any and all U.S. embassies to the Clinton server during the Clinton Secretary of State era. What a scam. President Trump, sir, before you discredit me or hear anyone else discredit my word, ask Command Sergeant Major George A. Becker, if this combat wounded veteran of SFQC 584 can be trusted. He will say something to the effect of, "This combat wounded veteran is one of us, and I trust him with my very life." You can trust everything he has to say to be the truth to the best of his knowledge. An investigation into the activities of the foreign citizens working at the U.S. Embassy Manila will prove that they are in fact illegally monetizing their jobs from within the Social Security Administration office at the U.S. Embassy Manila. Think about this. Has anyone checked to see if the private detectives hired by the U.S. Embassy are friends or relatives of the Philippine citizens working within the U.S. Embassy? Corruption in the Philippines is a way of life.